Okay, so today let's talk about doing less and still getting what we want. And another thing that I'm into today to share is how you can be soft if you are in your feminine energy and still want to persist. Because sometimes it feels like, well, persistence feels like, constantly doing blah, blah, blah. So it feels a little like maybe it's a masculine kind of thing, but you can persist with your feminine energy as well. So I am Allison, Law of Assumption YouTube, Law of Assumption based YouTuber and coach, and love talking about this stuff. So I'm your reframe expert. So if you need help reframing anything, I'm here to do that with you. So let's chat. Let's talk. Let's talk. Oh, before we do that, I do want to do a bit of a soothing exercise. I kind of had a busy day, and I want to make sure that I feel at ease and comfortable and able to get done things that I'm able to get done. I had a lovely chat with my accountability buddy, and a shout out to her for inspiring this video today on our our most magic of Magic Monday. So happy Magic Monday as well. That is something my mom and I do together, is we wish each other happy Magic Monday. So happy Magic Monday to you, wherever you are in your day today when you are watching this. And if you are in another day of the week, happy magic that day of the week to you as well. Also, we're still in Appreciation April, Alignment April, Allowing April, Abundant April. So all the good A words. And I'm biased, of course, but all the good A words for April. So let's soothe each other. Let's soothe ourselves. So let's take a deep breath together. Sigh it out. I'm doing some raindrops on my head just to kind of chill out the old brain bucket, the gorgeous skull that is protecting the brain, that helps me move these fingertips on my skin and my muscles and helps me relax any muscles that are maybe trying too hard to make me feel good right now, or they're trying too hard because they're feeling the weight and the pressure of the day. Well, in this moment, we are going to let go of them together. We are going to go ahead and thank our shoulders for wanting to support us. Thank you, shoulders. Thank you. We are going to let them drop away from the ears into a natural and strong posture. Keep the breastplate up. Keep your collarbone up. And we're just doing you could do a little lymphatic drainage on the neck. Very soft, gentle movements here. The lymphatic system is very close to the skin, so we want to be gentle. Just do a little bit of that before we intend to have a great video, intend to have a lovely time together, intend to see today and the rest of the week go very well. We decree a gorgeous week of whatever we want, and we embody whatever we want now, because we are powerful beings. We are stardust. We are made of stars. We are God becoming alive in the physical consciousness of this human form, of this body. So nothing is off limits for God, so nothing is off limits for us. And we pray as though we have received. We pray as though we have received. Let's just do a couple more of those. I am feeling relaxed. I am intending to enjoy this information, And if it's what I already know, I'm going to feel it solidify so well for me. And if it's new, I'm going to connect with it easily and feel the alignment isn't the word I want. I'm going to feel, but it is that. But I'm going to feel the resonance of this information, and I'm going to carry it with me for my week. Okay. All right. So let's talk about softly persisting and how that can be accomplished. Now, as you know, we make our own rules in consciously manifesting. So do make it easy on yourself. I definitely used to make it too hard, and that would have contributed to why I got a variety of results for a while, because I was like, okay, I'm scripting every day. I'm going to tell my new story on paper every day. I am meditating every day. I am doing yoga every day. I'm also going to do some like cardio-ish movement / strength training movement every day. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. I'm going to make sure I success journal at night. I'm going to make sure I meditate at night. I'm going to make sure I say my affirmations. I'm going to make sure I fall asleep in the state akin to sleep. I'm going to make sure I do this. I'm going to make sure I do that. And it was exhausting, and I was left frustrated. So we're not doing that. We're going to do something that's simple, that works for you. So what I want you to do is think about what comes most easily to you that you could do on a daily basis, because it is all about consistency. It's always okay to do more if you have the time and the energy and the inclination, and that resonates, to like say journal for an hour. I can think of countless fun, exciting, delicious journaling sessions that were an hour or longer. But if we make that a tenet of what we must do until we manifest, we're just putting on work on ourselves. And what do we want to do? Like this video says, do less. So when we make our own rules, make ones that you can do every day, even if you're mega, mega busy. So for me, what it looked like on a mega busy day, because I work in the film industry sometimes, so that's a 12-hour workday plus commutes on either side, usually lengthy ones. So I had to pare down my daily routine, but I did want to make sure it was still a daily thing. So I made sure that even though I was only meditating for 5 minutes, I was doing that every day. So even though I was ditto yoga, I made sure it was a shorter routine. I made sure that my strength training routine, which I don't do every day anymore, but at the time that was what felt right to me. I wanted to commit to everyday strength training, body weight movements, body weight movements, not free weights, even though I do own free weights and I love free weights. But for me at the time, with how busy I was at work, and the job can be very physical, so I thought, I do want to do a little bit of that for myself every day, create endorphins for myself. And then I had a very short journal exercise where I wrote on one side the word focus, and I like to draw, and I do really like word art, so I would write focus in a fun way that day. I mean, obviously not every day was a complete, unique masterpiece or anything like that, but I would just write the letters in a way that felt fun to me. And then I would write something to focus on, like focus on love, focus on a thankful day, focus on ease, whatever it was. And on the other side, at the top of the page, I would write 10 things I love. And I know that a lot of the times they talk about how, you have to write down what you love and then say why you love it. Well, I think we all know why we love things we love. So I would just write down 10 things I love. And if I had more time, I would write more. But it felt really good to make sure at the beginning of the day, I connected to a part of me that meditates even for a short while, because obviously when you're working long hours like that, sleep is so important to make sure that you're on your game and make sure that you approach each day well and able, because film work is very fast-paced. It can be very intense. So you want to make sure that you're sleeping so well that during the week, so that you have every energy you need when you need it. So that was one big thing for me, was like a short little adorable routine that I could do every day. And then at night, one thing I need to work on, and I am going to work on, and I will tell you about it because I'm already seeing it as done, because that's what we do around here, is making sure that I have a really good bedtime routine of stretching to like close out the workday portion and then the evening portion, which can be very short. Like, I honestly should be going to bed probably an hour after I get home, which is really hard for me, but I can make that easier. It's super easy for me to go to bed after, an hour before, or after getting home and being home for an hour. It's super easy to go to bed early to make sure I'm ready for the next day. And then I've been thinking a lot too about, for me on the show, how falling asleep in the wish fulfilled will look different than it does now, because I will put the focus on doing some activities of thinking of things I love when I get home, instead of like having a late dinner that goes undigested in my stomach when I go to bed, which is no bueno. Can't do that. I definitely don't want to do that. I want to make sure that I'm not snacking late at night and having the food just sit there. That's kind of a non-starter, but I used to do it all the time. So again, I can affirm for that, it's really easy to eat less, and it's really easy to close that eating window after dinner. It's super easy not to overdo it in the evenings. It's so easy not to overdo it in the evenings, and I'm very good at maintaining a morning intermittent fasting program, so I can always also add to what I'm saying to you. And this is for me, so this is whatever area you want to work on. And it's like, oh, the evenings are just as easy as the mornings now. I love how the evenings are just as easy as the mornings now. And we can even use, I remember when it was hard to resist chips and chocolate late at night. I remember when it was hard. Oh, I'm so happy that now it's so easy to, to have a beautiful mug of tea and then brush my teeth and enjoy some stillness and enjoy my stomach getting that chance to continue to digest without overloading it. So these things we can do, and we can do them gently and lightly. One thing that I think is key for me is the affirmations during the day, like during my commute. So I'm really looking forward to the commuting time, because I will be bringing some time to that commute of, I'm going to do a bunch of 10-minute sessions, and it's going to be really satisfying, because I can make sure that I'm spending time thinking about how the day is going to go really well. And I can also up level for each area that I'm really working on, right? I've got things I want personally and for relationships. I've got money that, of course, I'm bringing in more and more easily all the time. So I've got a couple of affirmations that I'm going to use for that. And then my body, I want to be strong when I'm at work. It's a super physical position, but I want to be strong with an easiness about it, with an ability of knowing, oh yes, that's no problem. Of course I can move that thing. Of course I can hold this spoon pole for an extended period of time. That's no problem. So just being able to do that, that's how we persist lightly, is you pick a few things that you really gravitate towards. So think about what really works for you. Like, I really do like scripting, but I find that I don't want to make time for it every single day, or at least not, like I said, like I used to try to, make sure it was like 12 to 15 minutes every day. And it does make me feel really good. But I find that because there's other things that I have to do as well, and maybe there is other writing I am doing, like for my videos or for coaching or for job applications, because I'm still out there, or for personal writing, like I write scripts. So you know what I mean? It made sense that making that an everyday activity was kind of like Abraham would say, bucking your own current. I didn't want to do it. So then I would feel bad when I didn't do it. So find things that you like to do that you can do in an easy way. So for me, it's definitely the affirmations, because I like what Sammy says about affirmations. You want to make sure that you are just thinking the right thoughts, and what better way to think the right thoughts than do it on purpose, then there's less time for doubts to get in because you are thinking anyway. So you might as well think in ways that serve your desire, right? Instead of thinking against your desire. If you are already knowing that you're going to take these time to do 10-minute sessions, or when you're, moving around about your day, and you're just going to make sure that when your desire comes up, you do think the good feeling thought. You do flip a thought that's negative, right? It's all about doing these things quickly, but with an easiness, with a confidence. So yes, persisting lightly is just that. Don't make it, when you're making your own rules, that you must do these things or your manifestation won't come. No. So choose things that make sense and say that that's enough. And of course, if you're feeling like you want to do more because it feels good, who's going to fault you on that? I'm not going to. So when you're doing that, make sure you're feeling good. I don't know, I just said that again So just make sure that you're doing it because it feels good and you have the time to spare. So then go for it. But if you don't, then keep something short. And again, just be aware of those thoughts. Flip them, and carry on with your day, right? Because you make the rules, so make them work for you. Don't make them be more work, because that's just, we don't want to do it. So that's the way to do less, to manifest more, is by deciding that this is what I'm doing on a daily basis, and it's enough because I'm a fantastic manifester. I always get what I want. Always are very powerful words to toss into your affirmations, so make sure you do that. Okay, thank you so much for watching. Thank you to all my subscribers. Thank you to my OGs. And thank you for watching to the end. If you watch to the end, please like the video. Feel free to comment any situation that you need a reframe on. And I know I missed last Wednesday, but I'll be back on Wednesday this week because I know that I can do it and I can commit to a regular schedule. So until Wednesday, happy manifesting and happy loving on ourselves and happy loving being alive. That's important. Let's love being alive because it's very special that we get to be here. It's very special that we know that the kingdom of heaven is within and it's our Father's good pleasure to give it to us. And we pray as though we have received. All right, until next time, happy Magic Monday or happy magic, whatever day you are watching this. I am living in the end with you. I see you with all your desires, and now you do too. Okay, bye.